You're watching CBS News 24/7 breaking news. We're watching Southern California developments right now. An explosion that reportedly took the lives of 3 sheriff's deputies. And the latest right now from Attorney General Pam Bondi. She posted this on social media about that explosion at a sheriff's training facility in Los Angeles, confirming at least 3 law enforcement deputies killed. We know federal agents are on scene. They are investigating right now. Let's go to coverage from CBS News Los Angeles.
That the sheriff's department is actively working this, but knowing that 3 LA County sheriff's deputies died this morning in this explosion. So just a lot going on here. We're working to get more information on where exactly the facility is in relation to the front of the complex and where we are right now. But I can tell you we're not too far from it. And some people here did hear an explosion this morning. But the road closed here as they're not letting anyone up right now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, Rick. We also have another view a little bit closer to the facility where we've been seeing cars leaving, clearly evacuating if they're not essential, it seems, to this investigation. Are you still seeing a steady flow of cars passing where you are?
Yeah, we are. We're seeing every so often, we're seeing a few more cars come out of the facility coming, again, it's to the north of us, so driving south here on Eastern Avenue. And for anybody who has not been up there, again, this is a very large complex and it's quite a bit off of the road, so and up at the top of the hill. So it takes a bit to get there. So that's telling when you see that they're trying to get people away from there. They're keeping us this far back. Even though if we were up much closer, it's still quite a ways off the road to get into that complex to where this incident happened this morning.
Yeah, and we see more people gathering around you. I'm sure people in the neighborhood are just, you know, many of them, as you said earlier, heard that explosion. Tell us more about people who are telling you about what they heard.
Yeah, I was talking to a few people who were here at the business. They said some of their coworkers inside were able to hear some sort of blast this morning, that it wasn't terribly loud. But again, they're inside these buildings. So for some of them, if there's noise inside work, they can't necessarily hear it. But they can also, that's again telling of how loud it may have been for some of these workers, that they heard something even though they were inside their office building at a considerable distance away from where this happened. That complex, I want to point out again, on a hilltop. So all of us, we are down from where that area is.
We appreciate your insight. We'll check back in with you in just a bit. We are getting reaction from local officials. LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger just issued the following statement on this tragedy. She says, quote, "I am heartbroken to hear of the terrible tragedy that has unfolded today at an LA County Sheriff's Department facility. I'm closely tracking the situation as we learn more about what occurred and the condition of those affected." And then we have another continued statement from Supervisor Barger saying, "My heart is heavy and my thoughts are with the brave men and women of the Sheriff's Department during this difficult time. We stand with them and their families as they navigate the hours and days ahead."
And Supervisor Hilda Solis is just releasing this statement saying, quote, "I am deeply saddened by the tragic incident that occurred this morning at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in the training facility in East Los Angeles. My heart goes out to the families, friends, and colleagues of the 3 individuals who lost their lives in what appears to have been a devastating explosion." You know, I do think about, I think about Catherine Barger, who's been through the fires, has been at the forefront of a lot of the ICE raids that have happened in her district. And now to have this type of situation unfolding, just such a tragedy of these 3 law enforcement officers. Robert Luna, Sheriff Robert Luna, just last night discussing some of the Department of Justice and the turmoil going on within the department of being asked for certain documents and that type of thing, his focus being there for that to now have to turn his attention to this right now. It's just been a lot for the county.
And just a chaotic morning. There's still so many questions here about exactly what happened, if the facility is safe for those who are still there. Of course, this investigation continues, and we know that 3 deputies were killed. But as Rick Monson has said, he's still seeing people evacuate from this area. I'm sure there's so much fear for people who are nearby, whether they are at threat, which we haven't gotten an official word from the sheriff's office of what they want people in the area to do. But as we've heard from Rick, a lot of people nearby did hear that explosion to varying levels of intensity depending on where they were and what kind of facility they were inside of.
And you think about the sound of that, to be able to hear, as Mark was reporting a little bit earlier, that people were saying that they were indoors when they heard this explosion. While it may not be very far away in terms of mileage to the facility, you can see it's a very complex facility with lots of different hillsides and things of that nature as people try to get in and out of this particular area. So it's...
All right, watching coverage from CBS News Los Angeles on what has been a tragedy. Once again, 3 deputies killed in an explosion at an LA Sheriff's Department training facility. There's a lot we do not know at this hour, but what we do know is that 3 families are now getting the worst news of their lives. Our thoughts with those families. We'll continue watching this story as it unfolds. Like we say on CBS News 24/7 all the time, when we see it, you'll see it. We know that you have a lot of questions about this, especially since Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security, and of course, AG Pam Bondi have both sounded off on this on social media. We echo what they're saying. We pray for their families.